how is everybody doing? It is Wednesday. It's hump day. Yes. You know what I've been doing today? Laundry. Laundry and boggle on hump day. Yes. That's right. It's good to see some people already in the chat here. We got Christian Spencer and the Drayton Sawyer. And I think we had Susie Lopez from earlier. I'm not sure if she's actually in right now. And we've got Al in here as well. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat real quick. Christian saying hi. Drayton early for once. There you go. Glad you made it. You've been early before. Many times. What are you talking about? You just weren't here last week. I don't know. Sup, Drayton? Hello, laddie. Yeah. Yes, Drayton Sawyer's Instagram is Leppy Laddie, by the way. Right? I'm okay to say that, right? Right, Jared? Your real name is Jared, though. I hope this song ends up in the Sawyer Massacre. The Sawyer Massacre takes place in 1965. Do you think that music sounds that time period, or does it sound too modern? I think it sounds too modern, but there you go. Original Halloween 2 are the best. Halloween 2 are the best. Do enjoy Halloween 3, 4, 5, 6, and H2O. That's awesome. I'm not actually ranking the films tonight. I am ranking the Michael Myers masks. I've actually ranked the films. Did my personal rankings a while back. I think it was like episode 15 or something like that, if I'm guessing. Somewhere in there. It was a while ago. Right? It was a while ago, right guys? Watch it be like episode 27 or something like that. Something a lot more recent. Who knows, right? It could be. Put the song in the end credits. Yeah, there you go. I don't know, man. I just feel the vibe is just so wrong for a Texas Chainsaw Massacre film. Even for the end credits. I don't know. Hump day. Yeah. There you go. That's good. We got a few chatters, so that's good. We'll see if we get some more. A few people said that they might not make it today. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe this time's no good, is it? But I do see Michelle Blasky is in the chat, so good to see you, Michelle. Speaking of Michelle Blasky, you may have seen her art before on Facebook, and I think I got a website attached to this as well. So her links are in the description for her artwork. What would you call what is your style, Michelle? I really like it though. I really dig it. It's different. This looks like this. I don't know how to describe this. It's so awesome though. I love it. I'm like this close to saying, can I just buy that cow with the shotgun off of you? I love it. As much as I like Leatherface here, I think I like the cow with the shotgun just a little bit more. I have to say it's got my attention. That's just the kind of stuff I like, though. You guys can hear me all good today. Again, this is my second time streaming through StreamYard, so just want to make sure that everything's all tickety-boo. I'm still using OBS with it, which means I just have more things I'm doing. So hopefully you guys can all hear me okay. I hope so. But let me know. Oh, was I off? I hope my volumes wasn't off. Let me know if it was. Because again, I'm just doing so many things at once, but nobody's saying that they can't hear me, so it must have been able to hear me. It looked like almost like my volume was off, but I don't know. Let me know. Amityville horror art. Amityville. Michelle calls it horror art. So I guess you can hear me. I guess it wasn't. I think StreamYard. If it was just OBS, I probably was off. But I think StreamYard does something. I think all my volume goes through StreamYard separately. I think. I have no idea now. I'm still getting used to this. Let me see here. Okay, there's a mic. I could mute my mic. Oh. So you guys probably had lots of had lots of echo from the music in the beginning. Okay. I'm learning as I go. I probably don't even need my mic on in OBS anymore. Probably not. Steve, check out Alone in the Dark 1982. It's free on YouTube. It's a decent horror film. Great cast. Oh, I'm going to have to check that out for sure now. Definitely going to have to check that out. Don't see much cow art. I know. I know. I think it's a good theme. I think that's a real. I think that's your selling point with your art is your cows. I don't know. I think so. Mom used to collect chicken stuff. Does she still have any? We could probably use some of it for the Sawyer Massacre. We'll need weird stuff like that for our film. The weirder, the better. I've got a props guy looking for stuff like that. That'll be good for set deck. So we got that. I still have roosters and chicken things all over the house. Is my mic okay here? I feel like it's not in the right place today. You know what I mean? Steve, you hear about Valentine Bluffs? Of course, it's the links are in the description for Valentine Bluffs. Unless there's something recent about it that I don't. Oh yes, the celebrity. Yes, I haven't heard who it is. I think they're announcing it sometime. I don't know if they announced it yet, Christian. Let me know if they've actually announced who it is, because that would be cool. Yeah, Valentine Bluffs links are still in the description. I think my special boy is done, so I took that link out of my description. I'm not sure if James is going to do another campaign. I don't think he quite hit the goal he was wanting to get. So I'll have to keep you guys posted on that one. Hopefully James will start a new campaign soon. Hopefully, and I'll be able to share that link as well. I think maybe today is the final day for the Halloween. Both of those Halloween films are pretty much at their end now, I think. So you've got Halloween Evil Lives. I think that's got about 5 or 6 days left. So go support them if you can. Sounds like a pretty cool idea. I've talked to the director a few times. He even wants to collaborate a little bit with me on the Sawyer Massacre. So I think that's pretty cool. Seems like a great guy, and they're just they want to make a cool Halloween fan film, and links are in the description. But he's only got a few days left, I think. And the other one, Braden Timmons, his is just a Blu-ray and DVD sort of campaign because they've already made the film, and that's for the Haddonfield Nightmare, which is a sequel to H2O. Set another H2O 20 years later, I believe. I think that's the idea I got from it. So sounds pretty cool. The links are in the description though. So go check them out. Support those indie films. And of course, you gotta support the Sawyer Massacre. We've done fairly well in our Indiegogo campaign. It's just a 30-day campaign though, so it's like we really gotta push as much as we possibly can. We're just about at 30%. We got a new executive producer today and sponsor. I want to say that he's going to be an executive producer and a sponsor. So that's why we got a good bit from him because he's both, and it's added to the campaign. And definitely thank you to him for doing that. It's much appreciated, and we're getting closer and closer to our goal. We've already surpassed goal number 2 from our goals list. So, in fact, we've crushed it. We're 5% higher than that. We're nearly 30% funded now. So very, very excited. We've added 2 new perks to the campaigns. I'll show those ones to you. First, we have the background extra. This is only about $100 US, just so you guys know. It's really cheap. So you want to be in our film for real cheap. No, you're not going to have a major acting role. However, there is a line attached to it. You'd have to DM me for exact details because I don't want to spoil anything with this. But let's just say it's kind of a cool part. It's not as background as you might think it would be. So it is a pretty cool perk, and there's actually a bunch of those available. So there you go. And just today, we added the screen-used meat hook. Now, we've got 2 of them. We're going to have 2 meat hooks in our film hanging and hooking people onto them. Yes, humans will be hooked on these meat hooks. So, but there's only 2 of them, guys. Only 2 of them. available, so get them while you can. Those are only about $100 as well. So it's pretty good screen use item for $100. Pretty awesome, I would say. I don't know. And of course, lots of other great perks on there as well. I have to update the campaign a little bit, in fact, but hopefully nothing major happens before I do it. Our executive producer perk just kind of came like minutes before starting the stream tonight, so I had to scramble to get. I didn't get everything done I needed to get done, and I'm like, I hope nothing big. Nobody tries to take something in the. Anyways, that's for another thing. I have work to do after the stream. That's all. I didn't see if anybody new has joined the chat. It doesn't look like it though. Oh, lazy reviewer Carlos is in the chat. There we go. I missed you. Sorry, Carlos. Carlos says, "Hey everyone." There you go. Hey, Carlos. Christian Spencer says Daniel Roebuck is the celebrity. Really? Wow, that's fucking awesome. I missed that. I really wish I. Oh man. Congrats to those guys. That was a really well put together campaign, and those guys are awesome. I've met Tom Smith and Chuck Ryan and Roland Keller. Roland Keller is an associate producer on our film. So I mean, they're great guys. They're such awesome guys, and they so deserve this. And how many My Bloody Valentine fan films are there? None. None that I know of. And these guys are I can't say how excited I am for them because it's kind of like right there with It's Me Billy. Black Christmas and My Bloody Valentine are around, they're about the same type of franchise, They've got about the same following. They're not a Friday the 13th. They're not a Halloween. They're not a Nightmare on Elm Street. Nowhere near as big as those three. Not even as big as Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I know Texas Chainsaw Massacre is still bigger-ish, but it's not that big, and it's amazing what those guys have done. So that is super exciting. Congrats, guys. Congrats, Tom, Chuck, and Roland for everything you guys are doing. It's so awesome. Bloody Disgusting needs to share it again. I doubt they'll do it again. It's maybe I could see them doing it when the film is like on the verge of being released, but I don't expect to get Bloody Disgusting to promote our campaign again. It was tough enough just to get them to do it once, and I think I had somebody on the inside do it. So yeah, it's unlikely they'll do it again. Pretty unlikely, but you never know. Contacted a few people. Oh, there you go. They read my messages, never said anything. It's how it works, Jared. It really is. Just after you could share the. Yeah, I know. It is what it is. You'd think they would now, especially since it looks like the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre film is not going to be good. I'm hearing stuff. Again, it's rumors. I can't say on good authority that what I'm hearing is the truth. But I've heard that they are going to announce a release date in July, and apparently they're going to release a teaser or a trailer soon. So this is coming from somebody that I don't really know that well. I think he might have been somebody that's been in our chat. I'm not 100% sure. Not 100% sure, so I can't say for sure. But he says he heard from the producer that that's the plan. So we'll see. Again, I take everything with a grain of salt. You guys should too. And I cannot confirm that this is 100% true. But I wouldn't be surprised. Let's just say that. I wouldn't be surprised. Because it kind of goes with what I'm thinking is going to happen. I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting though. I don't think they're gonna do reshoots. If this is true, they're not doing reshoots because they'll be announcing a release date. They're announcing a teaser or a trailer next month, within the next few weeks, I believe he said. I'll have to go over that message again. So we'll see. We'll just see, guys. I just you never know. I forgot to give my shout out to the other Michelle of Breathless Beauties. We'll give her a shout out as well. You guys have all seen her stuff. I don't, but you never know if we have somebody new in the chat that hasn't seen her stuff before. But I just think her work is awesome, just like the other Michelle's work is awesome. They these guys make awesome stuff, and I really love artistic stuff like this. It's really cool for me to see this kind of stuff. So, um, and if any other artists out there have any links they would like me to share on this live stream, I'm open to it. Obviously, if I had a lot of people messaging me, hey, can you share my art or whatever, then I'd probably have to space stuff out. It'd be like 1 week is for these couple of artists, and the next week is for this couple of artists. But it just depends on how many I would get. But I'm open to it. I want to help promote as many people as I possibly can. I love that kind of stuff. I'm an artistic guy, and I love supporting artistic people, and so that's why I do it. And I wouldn't do it if I hated the art. If I hated it. There you go. Hey, Heather Loves Horrors in the chat now. I just see. Hey, Heather, how you doing? I was on Heather's channel a while back. Go check out her channel. She does a lot of cool interviews and stuff, and I was one of them. So there you go. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone else new. Don't think so. I think we're all good. So please do remember to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. I've seen all you people in here before, though, so but you never know. There could be somebody watching that might be too afraid to chat. And if you are, just say hi. It's all good. Just say hi. You never know. Hey, how are you? I'm doing great, Heather. I'm doing awesome. Doing awesome. Doing awesome. I had a good day in the campaign, so I can't complain. Our campaign more than doubled. So I'm pretty happy about that. But, we still got a long campaign to go. We're only about 30% funded. So, keep sharing. Keep sharing. Yeah, that's all I can say. Keep sharing. And we'll get this thing in demand, and then I won't have to worry about doing another campaign. Not that I really need to do another campaign. It's just that we want to cover stretch goals mostly so that I can pay my cast. It's nice that that most of them are willing to defer their pay for producer credits. But geez, man, I don't feel good about that. I'm just that kind of guy. Just that kind of guy. I want to pay people for their hard work. Yeah. Anyways, I've been yakking on long enough, I think. Let's get on to the topic discussion of the night, which is my ranking of the Michael Myers masks. Now, some of these might be controversial to some people. We'll see. I think there's going to be at least one thing on here that some of you are going to be like, "What? What? Are you kidding me?" And that's okay. And I will admit, there might be a little bit of nostalgia playing factor into some of my choices here. Just a little, but we'll see. I don't think I'm blinded by nostalgia, but at the same time, you can't help but feel nostalgic about certain things. So I'll get into we'll start at the bottom. The bottom on my list it's my lowest ranked film. It's my lowest ranked mask. It's Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 mask. I look at this and I think, what the hell is this? It doesn't even look like a Michael Myers mask anymore. It's like you can barely see any kind of resemblance of it being a Michael Myers mask. So I don't know. And just want to make sure everybody knows that not necessarily all my bottom movies or whatever bottom movies and masks are going to line up. Just so you know, they won't necessarily line up, but in this case, they do. The bottom mask and the bottom film for me are at the bottom. Now, and you guys feel free to share your rankings of these masks in here as well. A lot of people would put this one at the bottom of their list. Some wouldn't. I do. I do. He looks like Rob Zombie in the mask. Yeah. Yeah, it's everything you would probably expect from Rob Zombie, but I have to put it at the bottom because it just I see no resemblance to Michael Myers anymore. I don't see. I really there's very little. It's like maybe I get about 10% of what I can see of from the original, basically from the original intent of what the mask is supposed to look like. So because of that, I feel like I have to put it at the bottom. And I understand that it's it being warped and stuff like that is one thing, but it's too far. It's half the mask is gone. So I mean, we see the guy's face pretty much, and I don't know. I can't dig it. I can't dig it. I can't dig it. Didn't he? Yeah, he also. I think he said. I think at the very end of the movie, he actually spoke for the first time. I think that was a controversial thing, is that Michael Myers spoke at the. He said die, I believe. He just told before killing Dr. Loomis to die. Yeah, it was. It was a bad movie, guys. I mean, I know there's fans of the movie out there. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's really bad. It was Rob Zombie's last chance to get me to like it was the last chance I was giving him, because hadn't liked any of his films, and I was kind of progressively finding them worse and worse as I was going along. But I gave him this one final chance, and I remember the opening with kind of felt good to me. It was the opening of it was like, okay, we are going to the hospital. It is, the continuation of that night, where it is like a remake of Halloween 2. But that was like a dream sequence, and then the whole movie just really fell apart for me after that. And yeah, no, it was no, I can't say anything nice about that film. I really can't. But I know that Rob Zombie's got a fan base. Otherwise, he wouldn't keep making movies. And who knows, he could surprise us with this Monsters movie, guys? El Bloody Old Gaming and Vlogs. Oh, nice to. I think you might be new here. I think you might be. I don't recognize the name before. What's up? Well, what's up is we're ranking the Michael Myers masks. We're ranking them. And I just gave my bottom pick, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, Michael Myers mask in that. It's my bottom Halloween film, and it's my bottom mask. That won't necessarily be the case with all of these choices, though. Not all of them. So, there you go. Yeah, now Robert, did you not know that, Jared, that he's doing the Monsters movie? It's been like 100% confirmed. 100% confirmed he's doing it. But I'm probably more open to that than any of the stuff that he's done. I'm interested. I'm not necessarily going to go see it, but if I hear that it's getting good reviews, I might. If I see a trailer I like, I might actually see it. Which is not something I ever expected to even ever say after seeing Halloween 2. I was like, after watching Halloween 2, I'm like, I'm just done with this filmmaker. I am done with him. That's it. I can't watch any more of his stuff. But because the Monsters is so different, maybe whatever he'll do will actually really work for it. Or maybe it'll be a hot, steaming pile of garbage. Who knows? It could. I expect it'll be one or the other. It'll either be something that it's like, whoa, that's good, or it'll be absolute trash. We'll see. Time will tell. Call you EBO for sure. Hey, that's a good idea. Are you new here, by the way? I don't think I are you. Is this your first time EBO on our channel? I appreciate you stopping by if it is, and if not, that's cool. I do lose track of people sometimes, so it's all good. Okay, I think Christian's sharing some of his as well. Curse of Michael. Uh, there you go. There you go. It's definitely different from mine. Uh, moving on. Moving on. I'll go down to my second least. There's quite a bit of masks. There's quite a few masks on this. So number two, it might not be a big surprise to most people. It was a tough choice between second from last and third from last, but I chose this one, and that's H2O. Now, I know that there is a couple different masks used in this film, and I think one of them at least wasn't terribly bad, but when I think of H2O, I think of this, and I absolutely hate that. I think it's awful. It was CGI too, wasn't it? I think that was the CGI mask, and I thought, no. Can't do it. No, not a big fan of the film either. It wouldn't be my second to last though in films. I'm not a big fan of the film. A lot of people love the film. It's not never it feels very 90s Scream-esque, and quite honestly, the Scream movies don't do a lot for me. The first one was like, yeah, okay, I dig it. After that, I didn't, but I only saw the second one, so I really probably, I haven't seen all the Scream movies, just the first two, and after seeing the second one, I was like, yeah, I think I'm over this already. I'm over this franchise. I don't need to see any more. But I don't know. I didn't dig H2O. I really don't like that mask, and that's all I can think about. Again, I know that there was a couple different masks being used in that film. That was terrible, though. That was terrible. See what you guys are saying about that. Yes, CGI, says Christian Spence. There were in the film, there were parts of CGI masks. Yeah, I think that was one of them. I think that shot that I showed was one of them. I believe so, but I always go by a different name. Bloody Oinkers, Horror Pig. Okay, maybe. Sounding a little bit familiar. But you're not a regular here. You're not a regular here like some of these other guys, so it's all good. But there you go. Anything else? Oh, Christian's still listing his off. That's all good. My favorite horror movie is Jason versus Freddy. Isn't it called Freddy versus Jason? The other way around? It's all good. I'm just busting your balls. Chris Baber's here. Hey, good morning, ladies. Hey, how you doing, Chris? I'm not sure if you've ever been to my my channel either. Have you? I know who you are. You're one of the mods on Dave's channel, as I recall. And Bootleg 317. Hey, I think that's another newbie. I always liked how the original mask had an unpainted neck. Yes, I always thought it looked bizarre and yeah, very, very, very true. Very true. Well, I haven't. There you go. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. It is an interesting topic. You guys can feel free to share your rankings. I've shared my bottom too, so I'll recap for you guys. I'll just recap. So my bottom is the 09 Halloween 2 mask. Hate it. And then second from the bottom is the 98 H2O mask from 98. And now in third last is the film that came after that, Halloween Resurrection. Michael Myers with Mascara. I had a hard time choosing between H2O and this one for second to last. Because man, oh man. Man, that looks bad. It's tough to rank these, man. I gotta say, it's tough for me to rank these. And who knows, tomorrow I might feel differently about some of these. But man, that looks bad. That might even be the shot of Busta Rhymes in the mask too. It probably is. It probably is. It's so bad. Oh, subscribe. Thanks, Chris. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Drayton says, I'd say H2O had the worst mask. I don't blame you. Yeah, that Rob Zombie one though. Oh, That Rob's the second one. Even though the first Rob Zombie film and this one, maybe they're the same mask but altered. They look like they could be the same mask, but it was heavily altered. It's just too much. Too much. I get it though. It just looks terrible. To me. To me. There you go. Michelle's laughing there. All right. So, yeah, I mean, what else? Halloween Resurrection is obviously bottom on a lot of people's Halloween list. It's second to bottom for mine. But yeah, I mean, I think, I hate to say it, but I think the mask and the film can kind of go hand in hand, or the portrayal of Michael Myers too. They can kind of go hand in hand sometimes, a little bit to an extent. But yeah, it's terrible. But I do feel like getting the mask right is makes it, at least could make a bad movie somewhat semi good. Semi good. I don't know. Where was I? I'll move along because these are bad. These are all I don't like any of these. By the way, this is sort of the last of the ones I don't like right here, and that's Halloween 5. Mind you, I will say this: in this particular shot, even I actually don't mind the mask. It's funny, from certain angles, this mask looks terrible. And in other angles like this one, it actually doesn't look too bad. I could live with this. I could live with this mask. But in a lot of the shots, he looks like he's got a skullet thing going. You know, the skullet mask. You know, and I don't know. It's definitely not a good mask. That's for sure. One thing I will say, though, that I still do like about it, no matter what, is the fact that the eyes are all blacked out. You know, no mascara happening there. I think that's an important feature that they kind of strayed away with for a while in the Halloween franchise. The black eyes. Keep those eyes black. It makes the mask that much more effective. Really does. So yeah. Let's see what you guys are saying about that as well. Halloween 5 mask is to Michael Myers what Son of Godzilla costume was to Godzilla. There you go. Well said. Well said. Michael holding the knife way too high ruined it for me in H5. Yes, pointing. Yeah, I hear that. Halloween 5 to me was the first bad Halloween movie. And and it's funny, when I was a kid, I liked it because it was the first Michael Myers Halloween movie I'd seen. The only one I had seen before that was Halloween 3: Season of the Witch, which at that time I didn't like because there was no Michael Myers in it. I was always wanting to see Michael Myers, and Halloween 3 comes on TV on Halloween night after we've trick-or-treated and everything. 11 years old, we want to see Michael Myers. There's no Michael Myers. But now, as most of you know, I have a high appreciation for Halloween 3: Season of the Witch. As most of you know. But anyways, the mask in Halloween 6 looked pretty creepy. Yeah, we'll get to that one. It's not my next pick, so this is where the masks start to get a little bit better. Hey, Chris saying Halloween 3 rocks. It does. It's finally starting to get some love, but there's still a lot of haters out there. Still a lot of haters. And I keep trying to tell those haters, the films are called Halloween. Not Michael Myers. They're called Halloween. Halloween 3 has more to do with Halloween than pretty much every film in the series. If you really look at it, they never got they could never get beyond it just taking place on Halloween. Halloween 3 puts Halloween into the plot, and I think that's a big reason why it needs to get more attention. Anyways, I'm drifting off topic though with that. So, and Michelle, yes, I know, Michelle, Halloween 3 is your favorite. There we go. Okay, moving along. I kind of start to dig these ones a little bit by this point. Next one being Rob Zombie's Halloween, Michael Myers mask. I don't really like the movie at all, but the mask I'm more or less okay with. I get the feel of a Michael Myers mask. I do wish the eyes were totally blacked out. Which they're not as blacked out as I wish they would be. But and the hair is a little off for me. But other than that, the facial features to me feel more or less right with a Michael Myers look, and so I can kind of get behind that one. I can kind of get behind that one. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I hate the movie, but I don't hate the mask as much. So there you go. But this is kind of mid level here for me now, guys. What do you guys think about the Rob Zombie Halloween mask? I know the Rob Zombie fans are don't seem to be in my chat, but they are out there, and I try to be as objective as I can, even though I despise his films. I really do. I do despise all of his films that I have seen. The last one being Halloween 2. I haven't seen one of his since. But that mask from the '07 remake was the first time I said, okay, maybe I'll go check out his film. I'll actually go see it in the theater. I didn't really want to go see the Halloween remake, but a buddy of mine said, I'll pay for your ticket. Come along with me. So at least I didn't have to pay for the movie, but at the same time, I still wish I didn't see it in theater. Money was paid for me to see it. It just wasn't mine. So, yeah, I remember feeling very strange about it when I got out of the theater, and it was it was the weirdest feeling coming out of that movie because I felt like they really missed certain things. There was like very little suspense. I was wanting that suspense. Certain scenes they copied like beat for beat, and then other ones were the ones that you would almost want them to copy beat for beat. They didn't. They didn't. Which is too bad. But Rob Zombie made the film he wanted to make. Just because I didn't like it doesn't mean other people don't, and I know people want that origin story and all that, and I just don't. I just don't like those types of things. I don't know, but the mask itself, not that bad. I'm okay with it. I can live with it. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat about that one. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's go back here. Bootleg 317. I'm not a fan of Rob Zombie either, but yeah, the mask sort of does work. Yeah, well, I'm glad you agree with me. You guys don't have to agree with me. I just give you guys my perspective as best I can. But I understand when people don't agree with me, and many times they don't. And that's okay. The hair is kind of weird, but I think that it's a little on the fat side. But it's not off. It's not an awful mask. It's exactly that. It's not. Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Lazy reviewer Carlos says they kind of killed the mythology of Michael Myers by giving that tragic backstory. Yes, I do agree. As a kid, I always thought Michael Myers was just the devil. Yeah, actually, I kind of did too. That like the devil possessed him. Yeah, I could see that there, Jared. Yeah. Yeah, or some sort of demonic thing just possessed him. It was some sort of demon that maybe possessed him, and maybe made him supernatural in that sort of regard. But just born evil. Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily bought into that though. because it seemed like he was pretty normal until he was 6 years old. It's like all of a sudden Halloween when he's 6 years old, Michael is somebody totally different. Michael is. It's like it just happened to. It almost. That's what I always felt, anyways. But again, it's up to interpretation. Carlos Lazy Reviewer says when Michael is supposed to represent evil incarnate. Yes. Michelle says the Rob Zombie Halloweens I don't like at all. In fact, hate them, but I definitely do like his other films. As a standalone might have worked. Just don't call it Halloween. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I didn't even like the other two I saw, which was House of a Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects. I didn't even like those. I thought that House of a Thousand Corpses had potential. Always kind of felt it had potential, but it felt like it needed some work. So I guess you could say I kind of had hope for Rob Zombie after that film. I didn't, even though I didn't really like it, I thought he's probably going to get better and make some better films. But then I saw I saw Halloween in the theater, and then I saw Devil's Reject after that, and I was like, okay, he's getting worse on me rather than better. At least that was how I felt. And then I saw Halloween 2 on Netflix back in like 2011, 2012, somewhere in there. And that was it. I said, I'm done. I'm not giving this guy any more chance. I'm wasting too much of my time watching his films. They're not worth watching. So, anyways, that's all I'll say about that. So maybe he has made some other films since that I would like, but it doesn't sound like it from what I've heard from others. McDowell overacted. Yes, he did, actually. I agree, he did. And which is kind of a shame because he's usually not bad. I think it's a little bit to do with Rob Zombie's direction, though, as a director. I don't feel like Rob Zombie is an actor's director. I think he's probably a shot kind of director, like let's get cool cinematography. He's more after that, I think, and cool effects. I don't know. I didn't care for Three from Hell, though. I didn't see it either. I didn't see Three from Hell. Oh, I liked House of a Thousand Corpses, though. What did you think of Devil's Rejects? I didn't like Devil's Rejects. I thought it was a step back from House of a Thousand Corpses. In fact, I should have just left it at Devil's Rejects. Okay. I don't know. I couldn't bother with him. I mean, last week we talked about who should direct a Texas Chainsaw Massacre film, and I hear this all the time that Rob Zombie should. I think he's the wrong choice, guys. I really do. But that's just me. Anyways, moving along here, guys. I don't want to be talking about each one forever. There's quite a few masks, so we've got through about half of them, I think. So not too bad, actually. I guess I can yap on a little longer if we have to. We got another, I could go for another 45 minutes or so. But where were we? Okay, yes, we are here now. Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers is my next choice. Okay, from 1995, Halloween, Curse of Michael Myers. Again, I think it's not a bad mask. It's not perfect. It definitely not perfect. I mean, it's but going off of the look, it more or less captures the right essence of what I feel Michael Myers should be. It kind of looks, he kind of has kind of a punk rocker vibe to him, though. That's the only thing I would say. I don't know if it's maybe with the hair. The hair seems a little off to me. But other than that, it's fairly solid. It's a fairly solid Michael Myers mask. These are when I'm starting to like the masks a little bit more, and I like that one. What do you guys think? I don't really like the movie very much. It's not my least favorite or nothing. It's kind of middle of the road, I guess, for me too. But I don't really like the movie, though. No, I don't like the movie. I don't hate it like the Rob Zombie ones or Resurrection, but yeah, it's probably in the middle, though. This one's in the middle as far as masks go, and it's in the middle as far as the films go a little bit too. So, yeah. See what you guys are saying about that. I got a Myers 6 mask a while back. Oh, cool. I wasn't sure if they actually made that specific model to sell. I guess it makes sense that they would. They'd probably sell every single design because Michael Myers is pretty popular. Like they do that with every Jason mask, I think too. Isn't it? It's kind of weird though that Jason would have a different mask in every one, but I guess he does. There's like slight alterations, something like that. I don't know. Anyways, goes for a lot now. Oh, really? It might be a rare piece. I don't know. It might be a rare design. They didn't make a lot of. It's not one that gets talked about a lot, I guess. As far as the Michael Myers masks go, it is one that kind of I almost forgot to put it on this list. In fact, when I was making the list earlier, I'm like, I'm missing one, aren't I? Oh yeah, that's actually not even that bad. You know, I was thinking that at the time, which is kind of funny, but yeah, I mean, it's just you don't really think about that one, but it's actually not that bad. It's funny how the bad ones just stand out so much because you hate them so much. The ones that are kind of in the, hey, that's all right. It's an okay mask. They you kind of forget about them. I don't think there's anything too controversial on my list yet. There will be some. There will be some controversial ones on here. If you guys want me to recap, you guys might be going. You might figure out what I think will be controversial. I'll do a quick recap though. Well, I'll finish reading your guys' comments as well, but we'll see what if there's anything. Steve, I have every single Michael Myers mask. Really? Good for you, man. I used to have one. And it was a hack. It was pretty hack. It was supposed to be a hack version of the original. I mean, it's supposed to be the original mask, but it was not very good. Halloween Kills is the next one. I'm not putting Halloween Kills on this list, but I imagine the mask is pretty much the same as Halloween 2018, other than probably a little bit of a burn mark in it, I think. From what it looks like, from what I've seen. By the way, I'm going to try to do a trailer reaction to the Halloween Kills trailer that comes out. I've heard Chris Baber knows this. Dave McRae announced it the other day that he has, and his source is pretty reliable, that it will drop on Canada Day, July 1st. The only problem is I'm going to be out of town on July 1st. So I might get to it a little bit late. I might get to it, I don't know how many days late. I don't know how long this is going to take. So we'll see. But I do want to do a trailer reaction to it. But I just don't know if I can wait until I get back home. We'll see. We'll see. New Nightmare. Hey. Oh, is that Nightly? Hey, Nightly. How you doing? A new friend of mine I met on Facebook and Instagram now. Hey, Steve. I think the three that stood out for me most were the 78 one, the 18, and the Curse. Okay. We just talked about the Curse and Blood Tears. The Blood Tears from Halloween 2. Okay. That makes sense. Keep up the good work. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks so much. Well, man, you have a great night as everyone else. Oh, okay. No worries, my friend. No, thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Michelle Blasky, I think the mask and the original work the best because it doesn't start out looking all torn up. In the sequels, the ones that he finds or takes are already in pretty poor shape. Haha, I said shape. Haha, yes, exactly. Horoscope Magazine says hello. Hey, Horoscope Magazine. Thank you for tuning in. I don't know if you've ever been in our chat before. I know who you are, obviously, but not sure if you've ever been in our chat before. So thank you for tuning in. One of my Myers masks is coming apart. The latex is going bad. Yeah, latex can do that over the years. So that does happen. It does happen. Did I miss any? Oh, Susie Davis is in the chat. I like the original Michael Myers mask and the Rob Zombie's Halloween Michael Myers mask. Oh, cool. Yeah, we had Rob Zombie a little bit further back for me, but it's still in the category of masks I actually don't mind. So there you go. It's in the middle for me with the last one we did. I'll do a quick recap of my ranking. Quick recap. So at the bottom was Rob Zombie's '09 Halloween 2, because that one was just, yeah. And then second to last place is H2O. God, I hate that one. I know there was a couple masks, but yeah, God, I hate that one. And then the one movie after that, Halloween Resurrection, Mascara. Mascara, anyone? Oh, God. And then it's Halloween 5, the Skullet Mask. And then it's Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween from '07. And then what we just talked about was the Curse of Michael Myers from 1995. And that brings me to my next one. This might be a bit controversial, but it is Halloween 2 from 1981. So this will be where controversy starts. Okay, guys, before you yell at me, hear me out. I know that is the OG mask. I know all about that. I know that it's the same mask. It could be the same mask as the Rob Zombie Halloween mask and the Rob Zombie Halloween 2 mask are probably the same mask, or at least you could believe that. I don't know for 100% for sure if that's the case, but whereas this case it definitely is. But the way it's altered, the way it looks in this, I still like it. It's definitely not, doesn't look the same as it did in the original. You guys, you can't deny it doesn't look the same as it did in the original film, even though it is the same mask. And even though I could still say, yeah, I kind of like it, it just looks so far different that I had to put it here. I had to. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just going off of what I feel about the mask. And I always remember the first time I saw Halloween 2, I'm like, the mask kind of looks weird in this one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, if you try to watch Halloween, then Halloween 2 right after, the mask in Halloween 2 is part of the reason why I don't feel like Halloween and Halloween 2 flow into each other as well. That's just my opinion, though, guys. I get it, though. I get it. Let's see how much you guys are beating me up in the chat. Just an opinion, though, guys. Let's see. I agree. I've always noticed subtle differences. Yeah, it is subtle. It does look kind of squished around. We know that the mask was sitting underneath Deborah Hill's mattress for 2 years before it was used again. So it was, God knows how much sex Deborah Hill was having, and and I heard she was also a heavy smoker, so it got like smoke stains in it as well. So I mean, it doesn't look the same as it did in the original, and we're supposed to believe that it's a continuation of the same night, and the mask looks like it has aged 3 years. So I mean, that's why. Anyways, Susie Davis, hey Steve, I can't wait for the Halloween Kills. I've seen you've seen the trailer. It looks pretty. You've seen it already before. Wow. Okay. Unless you're talking about one of the other ones that came out, but because I've seen those, but the official trailer is dropping on July 1st. But maybe you've had an advance look at it. The trailer's not out. No, the trailer is not out. It's not out. July 1st is the day, unless something happened here all of a sudden where just things changed and it's out, big surprise. I don't think so though. Yeah, the mask stayed with Deborah Hill. She was a smoker and gave it a bit of a yellow look. That's right. It did kind of give it that yellow look. And I don't know, it just looks a little bit funny to me. I still like it. It just doesn't quite look the same. You can't. Some of these other masks are a little bit higher because of that. Now, so the next one on my list is the Halloween 2018 mask. And This one's higher, even though, yes, this one looks altered and all that kind of stuff from the original. However, I give this one a little bit of an edge, just a little bit of an edge because it's that way by design, okay? It's not a continuation of the exact same night. And we can believe that that mask is 40 years in the future where it's that rugged and stuff like that. You know, you can believe it. So that's the only I kind of feel the same way about both masks if I'm being honest. But um I give that one just a little bit higher simply because it is by design and not supposed to be a continuation of the same night. It was made that way purposely. Whereas I bet if they could go back to Halloween 2 and say, geez, let's use the same mask and make sure, you know, if they had the opportunity to actually use the same mask and it not be in rough shape, they would. But they couldn't. And I don't know why they didn't just get a new Kirk mask. Maybe they were gone. Maybe their Kirk masks were gone at that point. They probably were. They probably just couldn't find them anymore. They were out of stock and there's just nowhere to find one. Who knows? Maybe somebody in the chat does know. So that's why. Anyways, I like the movie of Halloween 2 more than I like the Halloween 2018 film. I don't hate the Halloween 28 film, but I do feel it's overrated. I have to say, I feel like it's an overrated film. And quite honestly, it would be lower in my rankings of Halloween films if the portrayal of Michael Myers or the Shape, I prefer to call him the Shape, or even the Boogeyman, if that portrayal wasn't like Nick Castle spot on, and I know Nick Castle was in a couple shots or whatever, but James Jude Courtney nailed it. He nailed it. And because of that, just for that alone, it gets a couple notches up in my rankings of Halloween films. But for other reasons, I wish the story was better. We'll just say that. Some of the acting was pretty good for the most part, but I don't know. But anyways, that's not what we're here to rank. I'm not here to give my rating of the film, but The Mask is pretty high up there because I think it works. Now, this might be the most controversial choice because this is my second favorite Michael Myers mask. This is my second favorite, and I know a lot of people hate this one, and that's the Halloween 4, the Return of Michael Myers mask from 1988. So, let's get the hate comments going on this one. Yes, this is my number 2 Michael Myers mask. Why is it my number 2? I will admit nostalgia plays a little bit of a factor. A little bit. I say very little, but it does play a little bit of a factor in this because when the TV trailer came out for this in 1988, when I was 8 years old, it was my first time seeing the character of Michael Myers ever. I'd never ever heard of him before this, and all of a sudden I see that guy on the screen. I'd never seen anybody quite like that before. I had seen Freddy, I had seen Jason, but I hadn't seen Michael Myers. And he was the only one that scared me of the three at that time, because even though I hadn't really seen any of the Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street films, there was commercials and stuff for them all on TV. I think Freddy and Jason were having their own TV shows, and so you got enough. You saw them enough. You saw those characters enough, and neither of them scared me as far as their looks go. But Michael Myers scared me, and that was the first version of Michael Myers I had ever seen. So that's the nostalgia factor. But when I ultimately look at it, I think there's something spooky about it. There's something kind of spooky about it. Yes, I can also acknowledge it looks nothing like the original mask. I can get that. I can definitely say that. I get it. It doesn't look like the original mask. It looks like a totally new mask. It was supposed to be a new mask that just kind of had a similar vibe to it. So I look at it like that. It's not supposed to be the original mask as we knew with the film, but there's something spooky about it. I just think it looks spooky. And I can't say exactly what it is. The the blacked out eyes always does it. So that's definitely a factor for sure. But it's because it's got the expression on the face. I think it does something kind of spooky. I don't know. So that's my feelings. That's why it's my number 2. I know it's controversial. I'm about to read you guys' chats. A lot of unsubscribers now. We'll see. Oh, you guys aren't that. I don't think you guys are that bad. Oh, I'm unsubscribing because you like the Halloween 4 mask. Some people would do that, but I don't think any of you guys are those type of people. I hope not. I don't mind the Halloween 2018. I didn't like the movie much. Yeah, okay. George played a good Myers. Actually, yeah, he wasn't bad. I will say that he definitely didn't play it like Nick Castle. I think George played it more like Halloween 2, Dick Warlock, the way he sort of played Michael Myers with the walking slow. And that sort of became Michael Myers' thing after that, was that he always kind of did the slow walk. And not that I don't like that, but it didn't have Nick Castle's vibe. Where Nick Castle, he still hustled. He didn't run, but he walked fast in the original. You see him walking across the street. He's not just kind of going really slow, one step at a time like that. He's walking. He's going. And that's the difference for me, is Halloween 2 kind of changed the character in that way, the walking slow. And George P. Wilbur definitely played off of that more so in Halloween 4. And he also played him in Halloween 6, as I recall, as well, too. It's better than H2O. Well, yeah. I guess we can agree on that, at least. Pink mask and white hair. Oh, that one, yeah. Okay. We're not counting that one, though. Which is very weird. I still kind of wonder about that scene. Did they do it on purpose, or is it just they didn't have the mask on set? I don't know. At least H4 mask is believable continuity-wise, in that it is brand new mask that he got from the department store. Yeah. I'm not saying you guys should like the mask. I'm just saying I do. For whatever reason, I really like the Halloween 4 mask. I know it's not the original. I get it. It's not. It doesn't. And I think that's why a lot of people don't like it, though, is because it just doesn't look enough like the original mask. I feel like that's a big reason, because you put those two masks side by side, and you're right, they don't look anything alike. But it has its separate mask. It just to me it looks spooky. Like I said, it has a spooky vibe to it, and I don't feel like that from a lot of the other masks. I really don't. Not to that level, at least, anyway. So yes, it's controversial, and again, there's a little bit of nostalgia that plays into that. So I remember 1988 like it was yesterday. I really do. It was like seeing that commercial for the first time, and it was intense. This was finally a scary movie, because again, Freddy and Jason just didn't really do it for me scare wise. I didn't find Jason to be scary looking. I didn't find Freddy to be scary looking. Cool looking maybe, sure, but scary looking, I thought that was scary at that time. Anyways. Well, I don't blame you guys for disagreeing with me, though. I don't, you guys can tell me, you guys can give it to me, why you hate the mask so much. I get it. Yes, the shoulder pads. Yes, I know that he was wearing shoulder pads, probably to try to bulk him up more a little bit. And yeah, that I don't care much for that. But I at the same time, I know why they did it. They wanted to make him look bigger than he was, and which I feel is unnecessary. But because that's never been the thing with Michael Myers, is he never had to be big. New Nightmare says, yes, there's definitely something ominous about H4 Plus. It's my favorite sequel, so I definitely agree. The mask is underrated. Well, I'm glad somebody's a little bit on my side with it, even if it's not your second favorite like it is mine. But and it's not my favorite sequel. It's definitely the last sequel I actually can truly say that I like. It really is. After Halloween 4, every other film is different levels of not so good, in my opinion. There's some that are okay, like Halloween 6 is okay, and Halloween 2018 is okay, but Halloween 5 and the Rob Zombie films, Resurrection, H2O, I don't know. No, I can't. I can't get into those ones. But Susie Davis. Hey, Steve, is Nick Castle going to be in the new Halloween Kills? I heard that he is still going to be in it. I'll have to check IMDb again, but I could have sworn I saw his name attached again. I thought that Halloween 2018 was going to be his last appearance of it, but from what I heard, he's still in Halloween Kills. From what I've heard. Hey, Mr. Merlo, sorry I'm late. Hey, it's okay. It's okay, Miss Carter. It's okay. Better late than never. Better late than never is all I can say. Did I miss anything in here? I want to make sure I get them. I do have time tonight, so I'm actually, surprisingly, I whipped through those pretty quickly. Given how many there actually is, it's almost like a top 10. I think it is. It might be exactly a top 10. Is there 10 masks? Let me just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there is. There's 10 Michael Myers masks at this time. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So for Miss Carter's sake, let's just go through my list again. And again, this is my list. Your list is going to definitely look different than mine. Coming in last place was Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 Michael Myers mask, because it's just, yeah. And then number 9, I guess, would be H2O. Yeah, we know all the stuff about that one. And then number 8 is Mascara Boy. I don't know. I almost, I might trade this one with H2O. I don't know. It's bad. We'll see. They're very close though. So that's at number 8, I guess. Yeah, 8. And then number 7 would be the Skullet from Halloween 5. Mind you, this is a more of a flattering picture of it. It doesn't look bad from this angle, which is kind of weird, but definitely from most angles, it looks pretty bad. And then after that is Rob Zombie's Halloween, coming in at number 6, I believe. And then at number 5, it is Halloween Curse of Michael Myers. And then at number 4, it's Halloween 2, 1981. And by the way, also with this one, because it is the original mask, but it also looks different. Another factor was apparently Dick Warlock's head is just shaped differently than Nick Castle's, and it altered the shape of it somehow. I'm not sure exactly how, but yeah, like he has a fatter head or something. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I've heard that anyways, that his head shape was far different, and it kind of changed the shape of it. Anyways, then number 3 was Halloween 2018 mask, and then at number 2 is Halloween 4 mask, which I'm sure some people aren't on board with. And that means number 1, well, I wouldn't be able to call myself a Halloween fan if it wasn't the OG Captain Kirk mask, William Shatner, who's 90 this year, by the way. He turned 90 in March, I believe. William Shatner, Canadian, great Canadian legend, 90 years old. I can't believe he's 90. Can you believe William Shatner's 90? He actually still looks pretty good for 90. I mean, he's always been a bit chunky though. But he doesn't look 90. Good for him. Yeah, so happy birthday, happy 90. Well, it was back in March, so, but still, happy 90th year, Captain Kirk, Bill Shatner. Yeah, Christian Spencer said the same. Yeah, he had a round head in H281. There you go. Hey, see, we got Jordan from J Cart's Arts Movie Friends. How you doing? I'm not sure if I think you've been on my channel. Been to my channel. I've been on your channel. I've been on your channel with doing a Texas Chainsaw Massacre watch party, which was kind of fun. That was fun. And I'm not never been a big watch party kind of person too, but it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'll do it, sure. So thanks for stopping in there, Jordan. Pretty good ranking. Very different than mine. Yes, it would be. I definitely got controversial ones on there for sure. But I like that ranking a lot, actually. Well, thank you so much, Jordan. I appreciate that. Yeah, he doesn't look 90 at all. Yeah, probably a plastic shirt. Yeah, probably. I definitely think he's had some Botox done. I mean, he's got the squinty eye thing. Usually when celebrities have that squinty eye thing, Botox. Usually, I don't know. I'm not an expert on that, guys, just so you know. But, but you guys feel free to share your rankings in the comments. I'd like to see your rank. Christian shared all his rankings. But yeah, I would have to take away my Halloween card if I didn't have the OG at number one. And I have to admit, even though Halloween 4 was kind of my introduction to Halloween, with the TV trailer, we're talking a 30-second TV spot was my introduction to Halloween. But I do remember at the end of that, when they announced the title and they put the title, and the title is Over the Original Mask. So even though that mask in the trailer was the one from Halloween 4, still seeing they had a close up of the whole mask, and it was the original mask from '78 when they announced it would have the title Halloween 4: The Return of Michael Myers, whatever, and it's the OG. And that was kind of, I think that's another reason why people are pissed about that mask, is because they actually put the OG mask on the poster, on the, I think it was the movie poster. And that's, oh my God, it looked like we were going to have like the original mask back, but we didn't. And that's, I'm okay with it though. Again, I see that Halloween 4 mask, and it just works for me. It works for me. It doesn't work for everybody, and that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, the original there's just something really creepy about it. There's something super creepy about it. Let's just see what you guys are saying in the chat. OG's best one, yeah. Definitely lived long and prospered. Yes. I think I love bootleg 317 says, I think what I love about the original mask is how it doesn't look like a special effect or prop. It looks like a Halloween mask. Very true. It does. It just looks like it could be any Halloween mask, but it happened to be that one that looks pretty spooky. Much in the same way the original Leatherface mask looks legit like skin. Yes, and not so much the other ones for a lot of them. Not all of them are bad, but, I definitely agree. And remember, we still have one screen-used Leatherface mask available to buy from our Indiegogo campaign. Links in the description. Gotta give one more shameless plug, right? To the Indiegogo. Hey, we only got like 22 days left now. Gotta push it. Gotta push it. We're doing okay. We're on pace. To hit our goal, but man, I'd love to smash that goal. So if anybody wants that last screen-used Leatherface mask, we sold all the other ones. We sold all 3 of the other ones. Now we just need to sell the last one. But yeah. I'm sure somebody will buy it. I hope so. I hope somebody buys that last Leatherface mask. They're not cheap to make, because we're not using latex. We're using silicone, high quality silicone. So they are not cheap to make. That's why we have to sell them so high. So I know they cost a pretty penny, but I hope that you guys realize that that's why we have to have them so high. Because I remember somebody was complaining about that. I think it was just one of the trolls saying, "Oh yeah, your masks are too expensive." Well, they are expensive. They're high quality, and obviously they're not too expensive because 3 out of 4 of them sold. So so they're not that expensive. But if you want a screen used prop signed by a Leatherface actor, something as iconic as one of his masks, That's why you do it. A collector collects. And a lot of collectors do collect. Anyways. But yeah, that's all I'll say about that. But yeah, go support us on Indiegogo. Doing well. We have to reach goal number 2 by this Saturday. Oh, we've already passed it. I'm pretty happy about that. We passed our second goal. But goal number 3, we have to hit by not this Saturday, but next Saturday. And that means we have to be 50% funded. We're only around 30% funded right now. In fact, I think we're still a little bit under, unless I check it now and it's changed, which it may very well have, because somebody was saying they might buy a Blu-ray today. So Blu-ray would pretty much put us to 30%. So, but still, 20% is a big jump. We've got some time to do it. I want to hit it. Let's hit that goal. Let's hit that goal, guys. So back it, share it. Do all the stuff that you can to help get our campaign in demand. This is our stretch goal campaign, so we don't have to hit it, but it'd be nice to hit it so we can get it in demand and keep raising extra funds to hit more and more stretch goals so we can make the movie better. But yes, we are definitely shooting in Texas, if anybody is wondering, because I know some of the people on the stream might not have been here when I did announce. We are definitely 100% shooting it in Texas now. Definitely. 100%. I can definitely confirm that. We're not shooting in Canada. So awesome. Hype for it. Awesome. Steve, I seen the trailer for your movie. Yeah, you saw the first one today. I saw you commented on the one that we shot 100% in Canada. We shot that 100% in Canada. The second one is only 50% in Canada and 50% in Texas. So glad you got to see that one too, even though some of the acting isn't quite up to par. But that's okay. You know, some people will say the acting in our new teaser is not up to par as well. But I think it is. They're all professional actors. They all did a great job. I was pretty happy with what they did. So yeah. Anyways, any questions for me before we call it a night? You guys can feel free to ask any questions anytime. I do like to leave a little bit of time for Q&A. There is time. I don't have to shut this down for at least another, 10 minutes. But if nobody has anything awesome to say, we can call it a night. Feel free to share. Again, feel free to share your rankings in the comments of all the Michael Myers masks. I know it'll be different than mine. Of course, it'll be different than mine. I would be pretty surprised if somebody does have the exact same ranking that I have. But, it'd be cool to find somebody who had that exact same ranking. But not sure that person would be out there. But you never know. Probably out there somewhere. Somebody's got to have the same taste in me. Just like there are Star Wars fans that also think that Return of the Jedi is the greatest film in that franchise, like I do. Not everybody's a massive Empire fan. There are Return of the Jedi fans out there, guys. So I'm not the only one. But this is a horror channel. I'm not supposed to be talking Star Wars on a horror show. I am gonna do more of just a general movie show as well. But like I said, that'll be live stream as well. Anyways, Bootleg 317, thoughts on Leatherface 2017. I hated it. I did. I'm gonna be blunt with it. It's my second lowest in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. Second lowest, the lowest being Texas Chainsaw 3D. I'm serious. I think that those were the two worst movies. Millennium Films did The Impossible twice. I've said this many times. They did The Impossible twice. They didn't make just one film worse than Next Generation. They made two films worse than Next Generation. No, I really don't like it. I think maybe there's an interesting story in there, but it's not a Texas Chainsaw Massacre story. Just my opinion. I like that story a lot better when it was a movie called The Godfather, actually. When you think about it, it's essentially Michael Corleone's story. Think about it. They Michael Corleoned Leatherface. They turned Leatherface into Michael Corleone. I won't get into big detail, but you think about it. And if you might be thinking, how is this the same? It's the same kind of uh, character. What's the word I'm looking for? It's the same character. Oh my god, I'm losing my words now. The beats of the character, the way the character changes throughout the movie, it's the same. It really is. When you look at it, so look at it and you'll see what I mean. What are your thoughts on Leatherface 2017 bootleg 317? Did you love it? Did you hate it? It's all good if you did. We had another one of these chats a couple months ago where I pretty much ranted about Texas Chainsaw 3D, and one of our chatters was in. I actually like the movie, and that's okay. I was telling you why I don't like it. I'm not ever gonna tell anybody to not like a film, just because I don't. I have my opinions, and I'll agree that a lot of my opinions are actually in the minority. A lot of them are, not all of them, but a lot of them. The reveal was bad, and it was so predictable. It was so predictable. For me, it was, anyways. I know some people said, "Oh, that was such a twist." Alternate ending was pretty. I didn't see the alternate ending. Have to see that now. But yeah, I didn't. I did not. I couldn't get behind it. It's all wrong for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and you can totally tell it's not filmed in Texas, guys. But yet they still keep wanting to go and film in Bulgaria. Still doing it. And we're gonna hear about this new film pretty soon. I don't know. I don't know. I really want a good Texas Chainsaw Massacre film, guys. I'm just I just don't have very good hope when it comes to the studio. Studios just don't know how to make these films, in my opinion. Bootleg 317. I liked Leatherface 2017 quite a bit, but perhaps it's because I had the lowest of expectations for it. Hiring a blonde Brit pretty boy to be Leatherface was toxic news. Yeah, I agree with that part. That's okay, man. That's if you went in with low expectations and it was better than you thought it would be, I can understand that. Yeah, and that's okay, man. I just don't think it's doesn't feel like Texas Chainsaw Massacre at all. Again, the story, I'm telling you, it's The Godfather. It's Michael. The story, the character arc. That was what I was looking for. I don't know why I couldn't come up with that. But yeah, the character arc of Leatherface was very much Michael Corleone. Very much when you look at it. What did we get here? New Nightmare Nightly says, "What do you think of the TCM remake?" Oh, I did another video on my another one of these live streams a while back. I think that was episode 10, and I talked about what I liked and didn't like about that film as well. I would rank it as my second favorite Texas Chainsaw Massacre film. Do I like the film? I can't say I like it. I don't hate it, but I feel like there's a lot of missed opportunities in that film. But the things I like, I really like about it. The things I hate, I really hate about it. That's the simplest answer I can give you on the remake. So it's okay. I wish it was a lot better. I think there was opportunity for it to be a lot better if they made a couple of choices differently. But it's like I said, it's my number 2 after the original. I do think Leatherface was better than 3D. Yeah, I do too, but barely. I rewatched 3D last month. Still hate it. Yeah, that was just all kinds of wrong. There was just when I did my rant on it, it's not the timeline. I do agree that's a problem. But I can see past that. If the timeline was the only issue I had with the movie, then I would probably not care that much. But there's so many other issues with that film. So many issues. But again, go back and rewatch the video on that. because it's that was quite a video. That was quite a live chat. And I had all mine. I can go down the list of what didn't work. There's so much that was just poorly done about that film. And yeah, I hate it. I hate it. I'm sorry. I hate to say that word. I hate to use the word hate. I hate Texas Chainsaw 3D though. I just do. But again, I don't, the people that love it, hey, good on you for loving it. I don't. Yeah. That one I actually did pay money to see in theaters too, by the way. And I was regretting it so much after that. Severely disappointed. Severely disappointed. And I wanted to like it so much. I really, really wanted to. Anyways, I'm rambling now. I'm rambling. I could go on about Texas Chainsaw 3D for. I could spend an entire day here rambling on about all the things I hate about Texas Chainsaw 3D. But that would bore you guys to death. It's probably boring you guys right now. Texas Chainsaw 3D is crap. Yeah, like that. There you go. Has little to no redeeming factors. It was a disaster. Yeah. You know what? Ultimately, though, guys, I just don't think studios really get it. What made the original so good? Gotta look at that. What was it that made the original so good? So how do you not copy that but still keep that intact? And I think that's what's been missing, even from the remake. Is like, how do we make this movie not copy the original? And it didn't copy the original. I'll give the remake that. It did not copy the original. But it was like, how are we gonna make it different and cooler? How are we gonna make it, or scarier? I shouldn't say cooler. Cooler is not the right word. So anyways, again, I can go on, but I'd rather not bore you guys to death. So the main girl was hot. Damn, she can't act. But damn, she can't act. Yeah. I kind of felt that way about actually Jessica Biel. I felt that way, but mind you, though, I don't really find Jessica Biel attractive though either. But I really didn't like her acting, and that was one of the things I didn't like about the remake. I know a lot of people like Jessica Biel. I didn't really like her in that movie. Maybe I just didn't like her character. I don't know. I don't know. Do your thing, cuz yeah, the dialogue was probably my biggest issue with Texas Chainsaw 3D. Anyways, I think that's it. I've done enough yakking. Anyways, how do you guys feel about my ranking of the Halloween Michael Myers mask? Let me know in the comments or whatever. Do you think I'm an idiot? If you think I'm an idiot, that's cool. That's okay. But nobody's perfect. It's all opinions, right, guys? And I can totally understand why people would disagree with me on some of those choices, where they are. But, I really like chatting with you guys, so look forward to seeing you guys next week. I know I said it. Oh, by the way, I said I was going to have a guest on this week. I think next week. I think. I don't know. Keep saying I'm going to have guests. That's why I'm doing these on StreamYard now. But, I think we'll have a guest next week. I hope that's okay. And that'll be awesome. So I won't say who it is, but some of you might have an idea already. You might. But yeah, we'll see you next week, and hopefully we'll have a guest on next week. And if not, we'll talk about something else. We'll talk about our favorite Michael Myers underwear. Does that sound good? No. You never see his underwear, do you? No. Yeah. All right. I've lost it now. I got to get off here before I say something really bad. Really bad. See you guys. You guys have yourselves a good night. And you guys will catch you on next week. Next Wednesday, maybe. I think Wednesday. We'll see. Have yourselves a good night.